Hi guys, this is Nancy Valdez with Acting Out and Other Aspirations. Today I wanted to talk to you briefly about auditions. My blog is directed to new actors out there or people that are wondering if acting is right for them or if they want to do it as more than just a hobby. And I wanted to share with you some tips that I have learned in the past about auditioning. When you get an email, or usually it's by email, or sometimes they'll call you or text you for an audition, the first thing you want to do is let them know you got the message and thank them for the invitation to audition for you. And then confirm the location, the time and date, and ask them, if they didn't already tell you, ask them if they are providing a site for you in advance. Ask them if the site will be ready for you there, if it's a blind or a sight reading, or ask them if they would like for you to prepare a monologue, and then find out if it's dramatic or comedic. But usually they will tell you in advance what they want. And again, since we're talking about people that are, you guys that are newbies, that you don't know yet if you want to act, you're just dipping your toes, or you just made the decision and you're starting acting, but you're auditioning for short films or student films, things that will help you build your resume. It's not going to be as complicated as auditioning for ABC Studios or a movie in Hollywood. I don't want to say the word informal, because you still have to be professional, but you have the ability to ask questions and don't feel bad for asking. So anyway, once you find out all those things, the location, you confirm everything, you let them know you get the message, you ask about your material, if you need to prepare for it in advance, or if they want you to sight read there. Then the next thing you need to do is breathe and calm down. Don't get nervous. People work differently. I usually don't get nervous until I'm driving to the audition, until the last minute. And it's nervousness and adrenaline all into one. And I'm always worried that I'm just going to ramble, that I'm gonna come into the room and just say and do the wrong things, offend somebody. You read so many things in advance, like what to do when you walk into an audition, what not to do. I've read articles where they say, never shake hands with the casting director. So when casting directors, they walk up to me and introduce themselves and give me their hands, I'm like, I thought that was like taboo. I thought I wasn't supposed to touch you, Mr. Casting Director guy, So forget about all that. Just go in there, take a deep breath, be prepared. If you do have your sides, go ahead. If you're lucky, they'll give them to you 24 hours in advance. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have more time with your sides. If you do have time with your sides, read them over. Don't make any solid decisions about the character that you're reading for. You want to keep an open mind and be flexible, because when you get into the audition room, they're going to ask you to do it different ways that you didn't prepare at home. You don't want to get too attached to your decisions. So every time that you read it through, do it a different way, Play it happy, play it scared, play it bored, play it like you're bored but you're supposed to look very interested. Just make internal decisions. And again, I'm not an acting coach by any means. So with that in mind, what I would suggest, especially if you're starting out and this is a big role, let's say you get lucky and they want you to audition for a show for ABC Studios, I would call a coach. I would look for a coach and have them coach you. It's usually for 1 hour. It's about maybe $50. It could be a little bit less or a little bit more, but it's worth it, because if you can get a job working for ABC Studios or for HBO or Netflix, Especially when you just got started, that's like a really good investment. You know, you may get the part, you may not get the part. And that's another thing. If you feel like you did a really good job, you got your coach, you're really prepared, you dressed up all cute, you're professional, you're likable, they love you, they laugh at your jokes, they, you know, you make them cry, you move them, and they tell you you're amazing, whatever. You walk out of there like, oh my gosh, you know, that was awesome. You have all these energies. And then you never hear back from them. It wasn't you. Believe me, it's not you, it's them, you know. That part may have already been promised to the brother-in-law of the, I don't know, casting director, or the director, or the producer, or the girlfriend of the producer's, you know, nephew. So it's not about you. You'll know when you suck at it. I didn't know what other nicer word to use. You'll know. You'll know. You'll have that feeling in your gut. You'll know. But the good thing is that you walk out of there confident. They liked you. They gave you feedback. They wanted you to do things over and over again because they liked you. You go over it once, they tell you, okay, now this time do it this way. That's not because they didn't like you. They want to see if they can work with you in the future. Like, are you workable? And they write those notes down on your resume, on your whatever list they have. And if they come back around again and they need people, guess what? You're going to be on their maybe list, on their someday pile. So don't get discouraged. After 15 years, it's so embarrassing. I finally found a secret to auditioning and kicking butt at it. I may not get as many callbacks as I would like, but you know, it's just different things. If I'm auditioning for the girlfriend of somebody, well, they probably already have the boyfriend part, and we just don't match. We just don't look like we could be a couple in real life. Or maybe they're looking for a detective with this twisted path. I don't think I might look the part, you know. I mean, I could try, but they might not see it. Maybe I'm auditioning for a mom of a teen, and I just don't look the part, you know, or whatever. But doesn't mean that I'm not talented. It took me 12 years, I can count it. It took me 10 years to realize that I'm actually talented. So if I don't get callbacks, I know that at least a large percentage of it, depending on how the audition went, I know a large percentage of it is because they are not looking for me this time around now. But you never know. It may happen next time. Or they may call me out of the blue. Hey, guess what? We have a new role and we wanted you to read for it. Whatever. So don't get discouraged. So the secret for kicking butt at auditions and losing all the nervous butterflies in your stomach and not feeling like you're being judged or feeling like a fool or whatever is just... You're an entertainer. You want to be an actor for a reason. You want to entertain. You want to move people. So my secret is I walk in there and I'm putting up a show for these people. The casting director, producer, whoever's in the room, they're my audience. It's my job to make them feel something. So I feed off of their energy, you know. I'm stuck at home all day just daydreaming, just wondering when am I going to get to perform. You know, I don't care if it's on the street or on stage, on film, commercials. It doesn't matter. When do I get the opportunity to perform? Well, I get that opportunity every time I go audition. I am a performer. That's what I do. That's my job. And if I don't get a call back, so what? I had fun. They laughed at my jokes. They laughed. I made them cry. You know, I made them feel sorry for me. I made them feel whatever the part was. And that's my job. And I walk out of there with more experience. And sometimes they have feedback. If they have time, and if it's a smaller production, they'll give you feedback, you know? And that's free feedback. You didn't have to pay, a coach this time around for that feedback. And that's fine. So don't go in there nervous. They're just people too. If you don't feel prepared, contact a coach. Or there are workshops all the time, like 1-day workshops or 3-day workshops, a weekend seminar on auditioning, how to walk into the room, how to present your resume, how to slate, what to wear, how to do your hair, how to introduce yourself, how to talk to them, and then how to get into your part, how to sight read. That's really hard. Join those classes. It's a great investment, and they're not always pricey. Everybody here understands we're all broke. We have lives, we have rent, we have food. If you have kids and you have even extra expenses, we all know that this is mostly for the passion, and not many of us here in Central Texas get to make a great living out of acting. So if you're a new actor and all these things are like holding you back from getting started, I don't know how to audition, I'm so nervous, I don't have money, I don't have a headshot, I don't have a resume, well, go to my blog, www.nancyvaldez.net. I give you a template for your resume. You'll have tips on how to take a headshot to begin with if you're broke, that will make it look okay, presentable enough. I'll show you where to go to get some prints, because you have to submit, even if you submit your resume and headshot online, it's always best to be prepared and have some copies in your car and bring a copy with you to the audition. If you're networking, you want to hand that information out. You want business cards. So anyway, I'm digressing. Go to my blog. My website is www.nancyvaldez.net. All that information is there for you. It's free. I want you to start acting now, because the more actors there are out there, the more people I get to work with and play with and have fun with and be friends with, and it's just a great community, and we need to support each other. So if you have any questions, if there's something about an audition that I didn't cover on this ranting video, send me a message on Facebook, send me an email, leave me a comment below if I took off the comments. I'm really nervous about this first series of videos. This is like my second or third video that I put out there. So anyway, so reach out to me. If I don't know the answer, I will look it up for us, and together we'll keep learning. And I hope to run into set with you someday. It would be awesome to work with you. I want to see you out there. If you do go to the next mixer and you spot me, say hi. I am very shy, and I don't like to go out, with a whole bunch of people that I don't really know. So if you've seen my video and you're out there, just say hi to me. We'll probably sit together. It's so ironic because I'm an actress and I'm shy and I don't like being in front of cameras or watching my work. But you know what? I have to get over it, because this is what I love to do. And if I can get over it, you can get over it, okay? So I'll see you out there. Have a good day. Bye. Jazz hands.